Hello students, this video of synthetic fibers and plastics part 3 is brought to you by Aryabhatta National Public School. In the earlier video, we discussed about synthetic fibers, advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fibers, some common synthetic fibers that we use in our daily life. In this part of the video, we are going to discuss about plastics. Plastics are also polymers like synthetic fibers. Today, we cannot assume our life without plastics. Everywhere we are surrounded by plastics. Whether it is our home, whether it is our school, whether it is our market, whether it is our festivals, whether it is our social life, professional life, everywhere we are surrounded by plastics. We have plastics carry bags, we have pen made of plastics, we have chair and table made of plastics, we have cloths made of plastics, we have lot of things, buckets, plates, spoon, toys, lot of things are made of plastics. How these plastics are made and what are the advantages of plastics, what are the disadvantages of plastics, we will discuss today. Plastics can be given desired shape by heating. Plastics can be melted and colored into different colors. It can be rolled into sheets, drawn into wire, recycled, reused. Plastics are made from petrochemicals. Plastics are of two types. Plastics are of two types. One is thermoplastics. Second one is thermosetting plastics. What is the difference between thermoplastic and thermosetting plastics? You will find lot of plastics in your house which when you provide heat they can be melted, they can be reshaped, and this process continues again and again. You can heat them, you can melt them, you can give them different kind of shape. These types of plastics are called thermoplastics. In the earlier first part of the video, we discussed about first part of the video, we discussed about polymers. Why we discussed about polymers? Because synthetic fibers are made from a small unit called monomer repeatedly when they are connected in chain. Plastics are also made like this. The small units are joined together. Small units are like this, joined together to make polymer. The difference between the thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic is on the basis of how the small units, how the monomers are connected in these two plastics. The connection are different. Just remember how many types we discussed. One, linear, one was cross-linked, one was chain-linked. These plastics have linear arrangement of monomers. In this type of plastics, the monomers are connected like this, linear arrangement. 1:1, 1:1, one is connected to the other, one is connected to the other, just like chain we have seen, just like the bead are connected together. In thermosetting, the second type of plastic is this thermosetting plastic. Once this plastic is molded, it cannot be softened on heating and are called thermosetting plastics. In thermoplastic, the plastics we can reshape them again and again and again, but in thermosetting plastics, once molded, we cannot soften it, we cannot remold it. How much heat we provide them, when we'll force it, it will break. Instead of melting, it will break. These plastics, means the thermosetting plastics, have cross-linked arrangement of monomers. In this type of plastic, the monomers are arranged in a cross-linked way, like this. One chain is there, another chain is there. It is connected like this. This type of connection is there. That is why thermoplastics cannot be softened on heating, it cannot be molded again and again. When we will try, we will force it, it will break. Some examples of thermosetting plastics are bakelite, melamine, etc. What are the properties of plastics? Some important properties are given. There are some important questions based on these properties. You have to listen it very carefully. The first property is plastics are strong and corrosion resistant. Plastics are strong and corrosion resistant. What do you mean by corrosion resistance? It doesn't corrode like iron, like tin. Did not get rusted. That is, it when you will keep plastic for a long time in open, in water, in moisture, it is not rusted. Hence, due to this property, plastics are used to store various kinds of things. Food items we can store, chemicals we can store water, any kind of material you can store in them, because they are very strong, they are corrosion resistant. The second property is plastics are light in weight. That's a very important property, and easy to handle. Plastics are very light in weight, therefore they are very easy to handle. A small chair, a small child, a small baby can keep it, take it from one place to another place. Containers, whether they are small or big, you can easily carry out from one place to other place. Due to this property, the plastics are used for making household and industrial goods. Third property of plastics are plastic can be molded and by providing heat. This means that once an item of plastic that you are using is old, broken, that by providing heat it can be molded again into some other object. This is a very important property also. Plastics are bad conductor of heat and electricity. It's a very important property of another important property of plastics, that plastics are bad conductor of heat and electricity. Due to this property, plastics are used as insulators. In our switchboard, all the switches are made from plastics. Screwdriver handles are made from plastics. Due to the property bad conductor of heat, due to this property, plastics are used as a handle of many kitchenwares, frying pans. Wires are covered with plastics. These were some important properties of plastics. That is why plastic is so versatile and we are surrounded by plastics items. Some special use of plastics. What are some special use of plastics? Plastics are used in healthcare apart from what we are using in our house and industries. These are some special use of plastics. Plastics are used in healthcare industry. They are used for packaging tablets, making syringes, gloves, etc. Why? Because they are corrosion resistant and they are very less reactive. Special plastic cookware are used in microwave ovens. There are special type of balls made of plastics that are used in microwave ovens to cook foods. Due to heat, the food is cooked, but the balls are not affected due to that heat. A special plastic named Teflon, that is used as a non-stick cookware. It is used in non-stick cookware. After coating of Teflon, whatever you are going to cook in that Teflon coated cookware, it will not stick into it. The plastics are used in the uniform of firefighters. Being a bad conductor of heat, these plastics are used. The coating of melamine plastic. The special plastic is melamine. Melamine plastic is coated on the uniforms of firefighters so that the heat is not conducted into the body. These were some special use of plastics. If there are plastics are beneficial, then there are some disadvantages also. What are those disadvantages? That we will discuss in this topic, plastics and the environment. Plastics are not good for our environment. They are good for us. They help us in many ways, but they are not good for the environment. When the things that are made of plastics we are using, when they become waste, they become a problem for us. Before going to that, we will discuss about the type of waste. Maybe earlier you have discussed it, but again I will remind you about that. Those wastes. First, we will discuss what is waste. The things present at our home or the things that we use when that are of no use are called waste. When something finds no use, that is waste. In the waste, some wastes are decomposed naturally. That is, the small organism present in our environment that acts on them and decompose those wastes. This type of wastes are called biodegradable wastes. There are some wastes on which these natural decomposers does not work. These types of waste are called non-biodegradable waste. They cannot be decomposed by natural processes. Some energy is, some extra effort is required to decompose them. Plastics are also non-biodegradable waste. Once they become waste, it becomes a problem for us. When you decompose them forcefully, they emit lot of harmful gases. When they are being thrown in water, it causes water pollution. Plastics are non-biodegradable. It causes pollution. If plastics are decomposed by burning them, they releases lots of poisonous gases and causes air pollution. Polythene bags, very common thing that we use in our everyday life when we are going to buy something in shop, when we are going to buy something in market. We just ask the shopkeeper, give me in polythene, give me in poly bag. And what is the use of that poly bag? When we bring that thing our home, after that poly bag is of no use. It becomes a waste. These polythene bags create a lot of problems. They clog our drains. If accidentally they are thrown into the drains, they clog our drains. When we keep some eatables and throw them, our animals eat them. The waste food, they swallow the polythenes also. When they are eating the waste food, they swallow the polythene also. And this causes the respiratory problems in them. Sometimes become the cause of death of the animals. Waste plastics items causes air pollution, soil pollution and water pollution. All types of pollution they cause. Therefore, they are good for us, but in the same way they are bad for us also. Therefore, we must be selective to when we are going to use some plastic items. What are the measures to reduce plastic pollution? Plastic are a big problem for us. Plastic pollution is a major threat to the environment. How we can reduce the plastic pollution? Not only the plastic pollution, any kind of pollution. How we are going to reduce this pollution? We can reduce this pollution. We can reduce this pollution by following this 5R principle. In the lower classes, you have already learned 3R principle. The 3Rs were this: reduce, reuse and recycle. The two more R's are added into it. One is recover and other is refuse. What is this 5R principle? The first R is reduce. We should avoid plastics. We should reduce the use of plastics. The first R says that we should reduce the use of plastics. The second R says reuse. Whatever plastic items we are using, we must try to reuse it. We should not use it for one time. We should reuse it. The third R says recycle. When that plastic finds no use, completely useless, when that becomes completely useless, instead of throwing it into garbage, throwing it into water sources, throwing it into some landfilling area, we should recycle it. All these three R's you have learned earlier. The fourth R is recover. What do you mean by recover? You have earlier you already know that energy neither can be created nor destroyed. Whatever plastic items we use, when they become useless, and when we are going for the recycle it, we should do it in such a manner that when we are burning, from that burning we should try to generate some electricity from that heat. Another example is when there is some in scooters, bikes, cars, truck, buses, there is one engine oil. When this engine oil is they use for some time, they remove it, and sometimes they throw it. Instead of throwing it, we should burn them and get some heat from that, utilize that heat for generating electricity, to heating water. From this way we should recover the energy from them. And the last R is that we should refuse those type of items which create problem for us. When we are going to market to buy something, and when the shopkeeper is giving such items, that is one item is polythene bag. Take an example of polythene. We should refuse it. No, I don't need this polythene, because this polythene is going to create a problem for me. Not only for me, it is going to create a problem for the entire society, for this environment. If our environment is not safe, we are not going to be safe. If the air is polluted, the soil is polluted, the water is polluted, how can we be healthy? Therefore, we should refuse those type of things which are going to create problem for us. This is all in this chapter. We will discuss question answers in the next video. Thank you for watching. Complete your notes in your notebook and share it on our WhatsApp group.